The only conditions, the only things Riyadh season will ask you if you have balls to have big fight.
What is up with Jaron Boots Ennis? Does he not want to come to the kingdom? We were supposed to get Jaron.
No. As I said to you, I want to do big fight. I can accept someone. I want to tell you something. If I want to do Joshua and Tyson Fury next year, we are trying to do it. I'm thinking about it. Of course, I need to have two, for each one of them, tune-up fights first. Why? Because they are both of them coming from losing, even if it is big fight, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
To build it up. But as an Ennis, this is the first time between me and he doing business. He asked to go to 154.
Man, 54 here I come.
And have tune-up fight first. I am not charity. Go do it with Eddie, the tune-up fight. And if you're ready, you will have in my side a lot of people waiting for you. Any fighters, I will not give you tune-up fight. This is what damage boxing. I will try to do number one against number two. If you cannot have number one against number two, I will have number one against number three. And like this.
Sent me a clip, Teofimo Lopez.
Right.
Saying that, of course he wants to fight Terence Crawford. He's been saying it
Right.
for like the last couple weeks.
Right.
But saying that he, if he went to 47, that he would fight Boots.
He would fight Boots, yeah.
If he went to 47, that he would fight Boots.
He would fight Boots, yeah.
If he went to 47, that he would fight Boots.
He would fight Boots, yeah.
Do you think that's just him talking, or do you think that's real?
Oh, I don't know, man. Teal, that's another one. I like Teal. You know what I mean? Teofimo, good fighter, you know what I mean? But if he really want that, we'll take that in a heartbeat, man. You know what I mean? But if he really want that, we'll take that in a heartbeat, man. You know what I mean?
Boots didn't want chemo. Boots doesn't want Ortiz. Hey, Boots, what do you want?
I want to clear something up, Brian. Let's clear up this Boots situation. Obviously, Eddie likes to talk, and Eddie said months ago that you or your team or your dad turned the fight down. Can we clear it up forever, for now? Like, let's just end it. What happened with the negotiations to fight Boots?
So I said, okay, cool. I do want to fight him. But can we talk about all of this literally after the fight? I fight June 19th. We don't even have to wait to June 20th. We can start talking literally after that final bell ring. But for some reason, twice on fight week, Eddie Hearn came out, and then the day before my fight, Boots come out saying they moving up in weight. I thought we were supposed to fight after this. So how am I over here ducking the fight and stuff? And he the one that moved up ever so quick.
Yo, hold up. Champion. Hey, champ. Champ. Who do you want? You want champs or you want chumps?
You still don't have a title shot. How do you explain this?
But someone told me the other day that he was saying he wants to move up and get 2 tune-ups? Undefeated champion getting tune-ups? Did you pop your bicep tendon? Did you twist your ankle, bro? What happened? Oh man, look, you beat Stanley Otis, but you don't feel comfortable at 147? Hold it down.
I don't care where the opportunity comes. As long as I get my opportunity, to be undisputed and take over. My goal is to be undisputed at 47, 54, 60, and 68. So, wow. We got some work to do.
You got some work to do. You was hold it down, pimp. Hold it down. But you want to come up, and then you don't want champs. You want chumps. You want tune-ups. I'm confused, man.
The only conditions, the only things Riyadh season will ask you if you have balls to have big fight. Any fighters, I will not give you tune-up fight. This is what damage boxing.
It is said that Jaron Boots Ennis has the worst team in boxing. I'm beginning to think he might not have the worst team in boxing. They might just understand what they're dealing with. That's a bar right there. Yeah, his team is probably not that bad. They just understand they got a faulty product. It's come to the point now where these patterns is beyond just a pattern. It's become a fact in how Jaron Boots Ennis has been moving. I don't want to hear people comparing Jaron Boots Ennis to the likes of Errol Spence. Told you Errol was special. You know, may have been limited in some ways, but as far as the mentality, there ain't too many guys in boxing that was coming off the couch fighting name guys. So that lets you know how special it was or what Errol Spence was doing. But when it comes to Jaron Boots Ennis, it's been laid out there for you. Let me see if I can do this. He turned down, well, let's not say turned down. The people that I know that called him out, Blair Cobbs, Conor Benn, Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Brian Norman Jr., and I'm pretty sure you can keep adding. I think you can add a few names. I think you'll get to about 10 names of potential fights that he could have had that he didn't. It's no longer a debate. The only thing that I could say for people who was taking up for Jaron Boots Ennis and accusing other people of saying anything other than the gospel and the truth, get down on your knees and apologize. This kid is a certified smokescreen. I made videos about him years ago. I've been seen through it. Jaron is a smokescreen. And if you don't know it by now, that's because you're choosing to remain ignorant for Jaron Boots Ennis. So that would label you in the fanboy category. Therefore, you don't have room to speak with real boxing fans who's analyzing things for what they are. Not so much about how we like Jaron Boots Ennis. Liking somebody is irrelevant to the task and the goal of achieving things in boxing. It's completely irrelevant. And this man has squandered plenty of opportunities to become and do something. I told y'all before, the reason why y'all can't recognize, because y'all don't want to recognize, or you just can't see the signs.
I gotta see my family by punching him in the face, and ain't no problem. What he gonna do? Give me a black eye? What he gonna do? Give me a bloody nose? What he gonna do? Break a rib? Make me cry? Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yeah. Stop you, man. Oh my. You know what that smoke? Bro, I'm the nigga that want all the smoke. I'm the one who want all the smoke. I'm the one that want all the smoke. There ain't another brother like this. There ain't another brother like this. You don't want that, right? Another brother like this. Y'all bitches thinking I'm a bitch. If y'all don't recognize real when you see real, then you a bitch.
I told you there's something very suspicious with a guy that young who has 30-something fights and no significant names or step-ups. That's a sure sign. If you don't believe me, it mirror back to Gervonta Tank Davis. Even though Gervonta Tank Davis has done more, it mirrors the same behavior. And what do you notice there? Over in Team Davis is reluctant to step in the ring because of confidence issues. It's the same thing with Jaron Boots Ennis. The truth is, Jaron didn't want to go to 154. He just couldn't do nothing at 147. Why he couldn't do nothing at 147? Because Jaron Boots Ennis has gaps that either can't or hasn't been closed yet. And he can't move up to those higher divisions with those type of gaps. I will say it and I'll say it again. Jaron Boots Ennis has a nasty knockout waiting for him on the horizon. It's a fact, and even his team knows it. They moved up to 54 to shake the pressure off of Brian Norman Jr. This is why they've been jumping up and down. 54, 47, 54, 47, 54. All right, well, now they didn't jump and got their place stuck between a rock and a hard place where he's going to have to make a move. And then when it's time for him to make a move, after he's saying I'm chasing these big names, after we have spent so much time treading water. We don't want to hear about no tune-ups and this, that, and the third, okay? Turki Al-Sheikh said, I expect a tune-up for guys coming off a loss, but a guys who's been active and is a champion and has been fighting, I don't believe in giving nobody 2 tune-ups. Shit, hell, maybe even 1 at the most, but 2? That spoke everything that you need to speak. So when Brian Norman Jr. says what he says, there's no reason to doubt it given the track record. That's common sense right there. You base things off of common. Who has the track record of not fighting? Who has the track record of being called out but not accepting fights, but always talking about they want big fights? All you got to do is pay attention to what's going on. It's not hard to figure out what Team Ennis is doing. Team Ennis is not confident. That is clear. Okay? Jaron has reached his pinnacle. This is the best Jaron you're going to see. Because like I said, with holes like those, the fact that they ain't closed yet lets you know that they can't close them. So that lets you know you're seeing the best version of Jaron. He won't get any better. Brian Norman Jr., on the other hand, has been getting better. I done seen a lot of fights that's getting better. But Jaron Boots Ennis is on a standstill. So this is the goal. By the time you figured out that Jaron Boots Ennis is not that, the goal is to pimp Jaron Boots Ennis out to the public as some Billy Badass, and before he gets into a real fight, hopefully they kept collecting all them damn checks. Because at the end of the day, if you ask me, Team Ennis is satisfied with that 2.3 million every fight and don't want to do nothing significant because all the opportunities is there and the opportunities has been there and it's been tracked and it's been recorded and they've been caught in lie after lie after lie after lie, contradiction after contradiction after contradiction after contradiction. It's no longer a debate. You no longer can step on anybody's channel and accuse anybody of hating or not liking somebody or not liking this. It only makes you look like a fool and an anti-boxing fan, but a pro knee pad wearer. That's all it does. Because if you can't admit what's going on now, it's because you don't want to.
I don't know if y'all remember in that post conference of his last fight, he said how easy he made 147, how good he felt, and how this and how that. What happened? Another thing, his doctor said he only performing at 30 or 40%. First of all, what doctor and what test do you take to say you only performing at 30 or 40%? Think about that.
Jaron Ennis doesn't want that smoke. Jaron, like I said back in my video, Jaron smoke screen Ennis. It's a smoke screen, okay? He keep having to repair his reputation because he don't know how to move. I thought in the beginning, you know, when he fight Kukashan for the second time, and I told you it was a bad idea because Gervonta Tank Davis is hung up on the same thing. You don't want to spend too much time fighting nobodies because eventually you're going to run into somebody who actually can fight but don't have no name. And since most fans are casuals, they're going to hang it up on you got your ass whooped by a no-namer. This is why it's good to step up. So if you do struggle, at least you struggle with a name that people are familiar with and they can understand it. But since most boxing fans are casuals, they can't understand it. And that's how you get your career hung up on a Lamont Roach, somebody that they don't know, which is a good fighter, but to the public, you're struggling with a nobody or somebody that you shouldn't struggle with in the first place. How could you be elite? That's the same place that Jaron Boots Ennis is in right now. And they're stuck between a rock and a hard place because the truth of the matter is, the reason why he's asked for 2 tune-up fights because they never wanted to go to 154. They never wanted to go. Eddie didn't want to put up the money and they don't have the confidence. They're afraid of Brian Norman Jr. Just like they're afraid of Teofimo Lopez, just like they're afraid of Blair Cobbs, just like they're afraid of Conor Benn, just like they're afraid of Terrence Crawford, just like they're afraid of Devin Haney. Those were plenty of opportunities for somebody who couldn't get no opportunities. He sure does squander a whole lot of big opportunities for somebody who struggled to get opportunities. So now that you're in a position to get fights, you're turning down fights and you need tune-ups. There is nothing to be said but get down on your knees and apologize for being a Rainbow Coalition fanboy, because that's what it was at the end of the day. You came over here throwing accusations. You just don't like him. No, that's your problem. You just like him. That's your problem. That's all that it is. You just like him. You don't care about skills. You don't care what he's doing or what he's not doing. You just like him. It's not that, no. you guys just don't like him, or you just don't like him. No, the problem is that you just like him, and that's it. Okay? I didn't know boxing was a dating game. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know we was swiping left in boxing. Somebody tell me that. But when do I have to like a man to tell the truth about him? And when does telling the truth about him equate to not liking him? These are female talking points that you guys drag in to male talking spaces. I keep telling y'all that. This single mama shit fucked us all up. Y'all can't even have a basic conversation. That's why shit getting confused, because you guys are treating boxing like soap operas and tabloids and Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all just want to argue and fight. You don't really care about seeing anything that's productive for the damn sport. So therefore, you get Jaron Boots Ennis. Okay? He is a product of fanboyism. He knew that you guys had a gap that needed filling. But he's not no Errol Spence.
The whole world is calling you a duck, bro. Why did it take you so long to speak out on this situation in depth?
Not gonna lie, I was hot, I was heated, and I was angry, you know, and I reached out to everybody involved, you know, to get down to the bottom of what was going on. And it was just a bunch of like miscommunication and things like that. And I got a great team, and I hired them to do their job. But I just felt like I was out of the loop, and you know, and that's my fault. And like from this point forward, you know, I feel like I should be. I feel like I will be be more in tune with what's going on, and more, vocal, and knowing what's going on.
What is up with Jaron Boots Ennis? Does he not want to come to the kingdom? We were supposed to get Jaron
No. He asked to go to 154 and have tune-up fight first. I am not charity. Go do it with Eddie, the tune-up fight, and if you're ready, you will have in my side a lot of people waiting for you.
I don't know what's going on with Boots not taking good fights. See, I heard the fight against Virgil didn't happen. Heard the fight against Timo didn't happen. Like, that would never happen to Keith Thurman. Send me both of those contracts. I still don't got a contract. Where's my contract? Send me both of them, you know? And after I do what Boots don't want to do, send me Boots. You know, like, it don't matter, man. Like, bro, you think beating Stanley Onis, you did something in life, kid? You think you really did something in life? That man stands there in the ring like his name, bro. Stanley Onis. He was just standing there, bro. Flat-footed. You know what I'm saying? You think what Keith Thurman brings in the ring is not more heat than that, bro? And everybody still see you getting clocked. Okay? Everybody still see you getting clocked. You ain't been clocked by the right ones, man.